Hi there, welcome to Simple or Not Kitchen. My name is Melissa and today we have a fun video for you. We are taking out our hibiscus flowers. And we are going to be making simple hibiscus margaritas. Hibiscus, also known as Jamaica, because of course the hibiscus plant was introduced to Mexico from Jamaica, so the flower petals became known as Jamaica. And well, hibiscus is very commonly used to make a nice punch-like beverage. Today we are using it to make a syrup or a concentrate for our margaritas. And the process is very similar, but the ingredients are somewhat different. So for our syrup, we are using 3 cups of water, 1 cup of dried hibiscus or Jamaica, and 3/4 cups of sugar. And that's for the syrup. And then for each beverage, we are going to use 2 ounces of tequila or mezcal. We're actually using mezcal. And we are also going to be using 1/2 cup of our syrup and 1/2 cup of a juice that we're going to make fresh squeezed by combining 1 orange and 2 limes. And this recipe is really fun to play with. If you don't like limes, then you can switch that out for lemons. If you don't like oranges, you could use any kind of citrus fruit that you like. I bet even grapefruit would be good with this recipe. But this is just a fun recipe and we're going to have some fun making it. We're going to start by juicing our citrus fruits. So we're going to cut our limes in half and then our orange, and then we are going to juice them together into 1 pitcher. And all of these flavors are going to come together to make a nice florally, citrusy, and slightly sweet beverage. It's really quite delicious. And you could even make a version of this without the alcohol. If you don't want the alcohol, this would also make just a nice punch as well. You would probably want to add a little more sugar if you're making it into a juice or a punch. With our citrus all juiced, we're going to go ahead and set that aside and get started on the concentrate for our hibiscus syrup or concentrate. And to do that, it's very similar to making a simple syrup. Usually a simple syrup is equal parts water and sugar. Again, we're using about 3/4 cup of sugar and about 3 cups of water. And then in goes our hibiscus. We're going to bring this to a simmer on top of the stove, and we're just going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And as it simmers, that beautiful color is going to be extracted from the hibiscus petals, and it's going to turn our syrup into this beautiful, deep, rich magenta color. And if you're not aware, hibiscus can also be used to dye fabrics as well. You'd want to leave the sugar out, but see the beautiful color? It can turn fabrics this beautiful light pink color, and it's good for cottons and acrylics and wool as well. And we are just going to put a cover on that and let it cool in the refrigerator. And I'm just storing it in a jar. I've said before in my videos that jars come in so handy in the kitchen. And in this case, they're going to come in handy too. We are going to be using a jar to mix our drink as well. So if you don't have a cocktail shaker at home, you can just use a jar. We have a little whisk ball inside our jar as well, just to sort of help, but you don't need that. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit of ice in our jar, and then in goes that beautiful hibiscus concentrate. We're using about 1/2 cup for 1 beverage, and then in goes our mezcal. And we're going to be pouring a little bit of the orange lime juice in there as well. And then we're going to just go ahead and give it a really nice shake to get all of those ingredients nice and mixed together. And isn't that the most beautiful color? This drink is just so beautiful, and it's really delicious as well. And then that's it. So easy, so delicious, and actually quite beautiful as well. If you give this recipe a try, let me know how it turned out. Let me know how you liked it. And you'll find more recipes, articles, and videos at PenelCentral.com.